Hey, I'll tell you another way of putting it too, man. This Air India crash, there's a lot at stake here. It's just like the Epstein thing. A lot at stake. Which is why Epstein was murdered in his prison cell. And why the final report just came out last week, I think it was. It said that they concluded that nobody had anything to do with it. It was simply a suicide. And the investigation's closed. Yeah, fuck yeah. Because the last thing they needed was the world to figure out how all these politicians were having sex with these underage girls on this island for years, and nobody was doing anything about it. It even involved Prince Andrew, famous legal pundits on TV, Alan Dershowitz. The last thing you needed was to have this cat get out of the bag. You were fucking it. Was really, there was too much at stake. There gets to be a point where there's just too much damage. It's easier to get rid of the source. You know what I mean? Now, they're not going to be able to have this luxury with this airplane crash. But with Epstein, man, can you imagine if they'd have got all these logbooks and videos? I mean, any crazy pervert that would fly plane loads of underage girls in and bring his buddies over and screw them. I mean, for him, getting a bunch of shit on people is nothing. I mean, a pervert, weirdo, pedophile, that's true. But for him to get the dirt on his enemies or potential enemies, fuck, that was nothing. You think if you got a Gulfstream and you're flying it around picking up a bunch of young pussy, you can't afford to have somebody come in there and put in $20,000 worth of hidden cameras to get Greg Norman and Alan Dershowitz and Bill Clinton fucking underage girls? Yeah, that's exactly it. Fuck, no brainer. I mean, if I was smart like that and a pervert and a pedophile, and I was into that shit, I can't afford to have people out there that can put it to me or testify against me or government's witness. And as soon as the goddamn thing came unglued, first thing I'd tell them, it's like, hey, fucker. And that's exactly what could have got Epstein killed. I'd say, hey, before you do this, you know, I got about 13 hours of videotape from, 1987 to 1993, you at these underage girl orgies. How would you like me to introduce that to the media? It's like, I wouldn't. So once they find out that this Epstein just had a huge cachet of fucking dirt, it was time for that motherfucker to go. Can you imagine if all the top brass in the United States got pegged as pedophiles and convicted? Yeah, you can't have that shit on that level. You can nail one here and there, but when you got like, fucking 200 people going down over a 20-year period, it's too damaging to the country. So Epstein got murdered. If you were ever going to baby or coddle somebody or have extra security, it'd have been for that motherfucker. He'd still be alive if it was just him and his fucked up hobbies. But he had too many politically connected friends. This Air India thing is the same thing, only with aviation. Aviation worldwide, specifically Air India, cannot afford to let the public know that we had a paid pilot that did this shit. Now, I mean, would you want to get on a fucking Air India flight right now in a Dreamliner? Because even though it's impossible to decipher that these people have long-range lunatic plans, you're never going to convince the public of that. These people believe fucking anything. If Air India came on like they're supposed to do and say, hey, we had a rat in the woodpile. This crazy motherfucker helped old ladies get on airplanes. He helped little baby ducklings cross the highway. He never even had so much as a speeding ticket. He was a very deeply religious man, but for some reason he went fucking crazy. People don't give a fuck what he used to do. They're going to focus on what he did. Now, if you knew that people like this, and there are still people out there flying for airlines like this, as a matter of fact, the FBI made a statement about 10 years ago that they were concerned about this shit. Because some of these religious crazies, they'll lay down for 25 years and do everything right until that one day. Look at the 9/11 motherfuckers. Those crazy son of a bitches actually thought they were doing that for God. Doesn't get any fucking nuttier than that. And I think this could be that, or it could be just some crazy son of a bitch that got off having the power to take out, 296 lives or some shit like that? Yeah. And like I said, I've said it a million times, don't you think it's odd that if the fuel shutoff valves just shut off because of a computer glitch or a software malfunction, that all Dreamliners would be grounded until they figured out what caused it? Yeah, they're not grounded anywhere. They even did a bullshit inspection on some just to shut the public up. You got to go through steps to shut those off. You're not bumping it off with your elbow. Wake up. Yeah, I don't need any more anything from Air India. I got everything I need to know. It's all there. Everything else is bullshit. Why do you think all the families are upset about the preliminary report? Because they know it's bullshit. Air India is out of business when the truth comes out, and they know this. And the aviation community as a whole, even if you fucking hate India, if you're Air Mexico, you know, airlines, believe it or not, operate on a very fine line margin. I mean, the difference between making money and going broke is very slim. And this is all demonstrated in all sorts of documents over the year. And I guarantee you, if they did a press conference and came out right now and said, hey, you know, and whatever, you know, we got crazies all over the world, irregardless of their religion. They came out and said, you know, people, you know, look at the John F. Kennedy murder, all this fucking shit. There's always bullshit connected to it that you don't believe. This is another example. You cannot, under certain circumstances, come right out and have a press conference. It's like Air India. Yeah, you're going to think they're great people and you appreciate their honesty. Yeah. But they're also out of business. What are you going to start doing? Sending PayPal money to them every month for telling the truth? The fucking world doesn't work this way. It's all bullshit, putting out fires, one hand washing the other, politics, underhanded shit. Yeah. Air India comes up to the microphone today. It's like, yeah, we just want to make an announcement with regret. We had a crazy fucking first officer. We don't know why he did this. We hope you continue to fly with Air India. Yeah, fuck you, man. You couldn't give me 10 grand to fly in that motherfucker. Right now. Fuck no. Now, this will eventually go away. After they go broke and all their airplanes get sold to other carriers that just have been lucky enough not to have a lunatic in the woodpile buy them, maybe someday Air India come back and they'll come on with some bullshit. And they'll have 30 fucking psychiatrists, and they'll give every fucking pilot that applies 99 fucking lie detector tests, and still cross their fingers and pray this motherfucker isn't going to do this shit again. Because this is just an unfortunate incident of one airline with one nut. He's going to take the whole goddamn business down by being a lunatic. And Air India is fucked either way, whether they tell the truth or whether they don't. Well, they'll still be in business if they keep coming out with these bullshit reports.